Spurs lose, Spurs lose, Spurs lose. Pacers just destroyed us tonight. We beat them by 30 just the other night, and they definitely remembered we're still in Paris. And they beat us by almost 40 points this time. They beat us by 38, so they definitely remembered. I said in my previous video, we're not 30 points better than the Pacers. The Pacers are not a bad team. They're a very good team, especially on offense. You see, they put up 30 plus every single quarter on us of this game. At halftime, we were down by 15. In the third quarter, we actually took the lead out probably 1 or 2 points. We were up 1 point at I think two different points in the third quarter, but Tyrese Halliburton scored 18 of his points in the third quarter on us. He hit a bank shot three late in the third on us, and then right in the middle of the fourth quarter, the Pacers went on a 17-0 run, and we only put up 12 points, so we were outscored 38-12 in the fourth. If that happens to pretty much any team, 99% chance that you're going to lose the game. You let that happen to you, but all credit to the Pacers. They just kicked our ass like we kicked their ass last game, and it just happens. I think the main thing, let me know below if you agree with me. I think the main thing, though, was they were playing a full court press, and it was just bothering our guys. We could not get the ball up the court, in a timely fashion. By the time we got into our offense, we only have 14, 13 seconds left in the shot clock because their full court press was just bothering us so much that we couldn't get into our offense fast enough. We're taking forced shots, just shots faster than we want to shoot the ball because of the full court press they're playing. But yeah, Halliburton was 11 for 17. He had 28 points on us, only 4 assists, so not too many assists for him. But we just kind of looked through their roster: 23 for Siakam, 14 for Turner, 15 for Nemhard, 28 for Tyrese, 13 for Mathurin. So everyone's contributing, even their bench. 10 points for Bryant, 12 points for McConnell, even more contributors. So just an all-around team effort for the Pacers. And then for us, Harrison Barnes had 25, Wemby had 20, Chris Paul had 11, Vassell had 6. So you don't really like to see that. He's another off night for Vassell, but he had been hot the past few nights. So, what kind of see. Well, he only took 8 shots, so it kind of is what it is. His inconsistent play kind of worries me, but he's had like 5 games in a row where he was just on fire and playing very well. So, we'll just chalk this one up to an off night. I'm not too mad about it. 17 points for Castle. He took 20 shots. It's funny because the announcers called him, not the TV announcers, but the actual announcers in the stadium were calling him Stephane Cassel. They were saying it with like a French accent, so that was pretty cool for Castle. But yeah, we just got mollywopped and destroyed by the Pacers. Let me get into a more of a breakdown for all the players here. Real quick, I'm at a whopping 6 subscribers, trying to make it to 10 by the end of the day if I can. So if you do enjoy the video, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. But right back to the numbers. Harrison Barnes has just been a solid veteran. Probably been our most consistent player all year. 9 for 14, 3 for 7 from 3, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. He had 3 turnovers, but we were having a lot of turnovers from that press defense they were playing. Again, it was really bothering us. But yeah, Barnes just super steady like he always is. 25 points. I love the performance from him. He's just been on fire these past few games. He's really our second scorer. It seems like it should be Vassell, but Harrison Barnes seems to consistently give us 18 plus points, more than Vassell does right now. Again, like I said, I'm not worried about Vassell. He had those 5 games in a row where things were looking good. Now he has a stinker of a game, but it was a stinker for the whole team, so won't be too worried about Vassell. And then Wembanyama, excuse me, he had the 20 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. He had the 1 block out there. 7 for 16. So I mean under 50% from the field. But yeah, the 20 points. I mean, he had 20 points and 12 rebounds. So it's a solid game for most centers out there. You wouldn't be mad with that performance from most centers. But just with our team just getting killed, you know, we want to see a little more from Wemby, I guess. I see Castle having the 20 shots, Wemby 7 for 16. I'd like to see Wemby be just as aggressive as not more. Castle plays more aggressive than Wemby. He's more aggressive looking for his shot most of the time. So we want to see Wemby kind of get that more in his game, but he's still learning how to be more aggressive and putting more strength onto his frame and things like that. But yeah, wouldn't say typical Wemby game. He had a good game. We just expect so much from him, honestly, that I would like to have seen him, I guess, play a little better. The 4 turnovers, but he usually has 3 or 4 turnovers most games, to be honest. But yeah, not so much gonna isolate Wemby's game. He had a solid game. It was just overall the team. We couldn't deal with that full court press as a team. But yeah, CP3, he had 11 points, 8 assists, only 2 turnovers. Chris Paul's the one guy on our team that knows best how to handle a full court press. So, if you saw him out there handling the ball, he was breaking the press a lot and kind of getting our guys into the offense faster than normal because he knows we're not going to have as much time with the press going on. But even he couldn't get us over, the high-paced offense they were playing and the defense. Again, that was their major adjustment they made. It was just playing a full court press and just coming out hungrier than we were. They came out like a team that had just gotten blown out by 30, and we came out like a team that had just won our previous game by 30. Our energy just wasn't there. But yeah, Vassell, 6 points, 2 blocks, 1 steal. So again, I always say he's an underrated defender. He does make a good impact out there defensively. 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Again, 8 shots, only made 2 of them. 2 for 6 from three. His 2 makes were those 2 3-pointers. And then only 6 points off the 2 3-point makes. The thing I'd be most frustrated about here is the 8 shot attempts. We want to see him I'd like to see him get to 14, 15 or more. If he takes the 20, if him and Stephon Castle switch roles, I'm not mad about that. And then moving on to Stephon Castle, I'm not mad about Stephon Castle taking the 20 shots either. I've mentioned previously in some other videos, some people are mad about Stephon Castle shooting the threes, shooting the mid-range, and I guess playing as aggressive as he is, they just want to see him dunk on guys and, attempt shots right around the rim, which is where he's best, and of course I want to see that too, but he's got to take some three-point attempts and take some mid-range shot attempts just to develop his game. Every time he shoots a three, I don't think it's going in either. I've made that point in previous videos. I know a lot of Spurs fans don't feel confident in his three-point shot. He probably feels more confident than any of us doing his shot. Again, his mechanics always look good, but you can tell the shot's off a lot of the times as soon as it leaves his hands. But he'll knock some down every once in a while. And again, I support him shooting the shots. I want him to get the looks up just so he can develop. You got to take shots in game to develop your in-game shot. But the 6 assists, the 6 rebounds, he has the steal, the 17 points. So off shooting night, of course, decent in the points for us. You'd like to see the 6 assists and the 6 rebounds from him. And his numbers never really do his impact justice. It's always his his impact defensively on the other end. It kind of speaks more for how his night went. But he didn't really slow anybody down, to be fair, this night. Everybody on the starters, even their higher minutes bench players, they all ate for Indiana tonight. Everyone had productive nights. There's nothing we can do to slow them down. But yeah, our starting lineup just didn't play with enough energy. I don't want to say it wasn't enough energy. We played with energy. We just couldn't handle the full court press. We just didn't really know what to do. Chris Paul was trying to do his best to get us in the right places and, kind of handle the press and break it himself, but he can only do so much at 39 years old. Moving on to the bench, though, we got a Mamu sighting, so we'd love to see Mamu there. He had the 3 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, 3 rebounds in 12 minutes, so pretty productive for the little amount of minutes he played. He did get ejected at the end of the game. I thought it was kind of a dumb call. I guess by the rules of the book, it is what it is, but I forgot which player it was. He's going up for a breakaway layup, and Mamu comes up behind him and he grabs he grabs his shoulder. He doesn't like rip him down or throw him onto the ground or anything, but he does grab his shoulder with two hands just to stop him from going up and making the layup. But they reviewed it, and it wasn't a. I guess they were right. It wasn't a basketball play. Back in the day, not even back in the day, back in the early 2000s, um, that wouldn't have been called a flagrant so much. That's more, not even the early 2000s, probably in 2015 even, that wouldn't have been called a flagrant. It was just a play people used to make all the time where you just kind of wrap your guy up or grab him so he doesn't get an easy layup. But again, it was nothing excessive. He didn't throw him onto the ground or, pull him down as hard as he could. But by the rules of the game today, it wasn't a basketball play. We were just trying to stop him again from getting an easy layup. But today they want to see you going to swipe at the basketball, and if you don't, I guess try to make a play directly on the basketball. They'll call flagrants easier than ever today. But Mamu had some shine before he got ejected. Champagny, he only played 11 minutes. It seems like he's come out of the starting lineup rotation, which is weird. Please comment below what you think about Champagny's play and what's been going on with him being out of the starting lineup. But he had 3 points with the 1-3 he hit. Jeremy Sohan, 1 for 5, 2 points, 4 rebounds. The 4 turnovers, you don't like to see the 4 turnovers, but I feel like a lot of those were coming in garbage time. He had a decent impact, I thought, Jeremy. He did have the minus 30 on the plus minus, but so did Vassell as well. I liked the impact he was having on defense. He always is just getting under people's skin, getting good shot contests and things like that. But you got blown out by 38 points, so your plus minus is not going to look very good. But yeah, nothing crazy from Jeremy. He had his good defense out there, so he has a bigger impact than his numbers show. But again, nothing that could have saved us from this massacre from the Pacers. Keldon only 11 minutes, 2 for 4, 4 points, 4 rebounds. Nothing crazy from Keldon, Jeremy. Nothing crazy from anybody on our bench, to be honest. It was cool to see, Sidi Sissoko get out there again and have some playing time in France. Blake Wesley and Malachi got out there. Trey Jones. I'm curious to see if Mitch Johnson keeps kind of doing this type of rotation where, we're getting deeper into our bench. We don't have a extremely deep bench, but we do have some guys that can play that don't get to play too much. We're usually going with like a 7 or 8 man rotation. So like I said in my previous video, I don't know if we're kind of trying to semi-tank. I've said it before, I feel like the best thing that can happen for us is that we finish in the 13 seed and get a high lottery pick from our own first round pick. Not that I like to see us lose or want us to develop those losing habits, but I feel like that would be the best move going towards the future for us to get those high draft picks in the first round, incorporate those guys into our team, make whatever trade we're going to make for that splash player, hopefully a ball handler to play next to Wembanyama, and then, really start developing our chemistry with all of those guys and whichever core pieces we keep on our team, and then, start getting ready for the 2026 playoffs, which I'd say we definitely will be in, especially after we draft these first rounders. We have some second round picks as well for this upcoming draft, and like I said, make our trade, and then we'll be good to go to make it into the 26 playoffs. Get some experience and just kind of see what happens. But yeah, it was fun seeing our bench play out there, even though we got blown out terribly. Again, I'm curious to see if Mitch Johnson keeps letting our bench guys get out there and get some more shine. Please comment below and let me know what you think if we are semi-tanking, because before the France games, we were playing, like I said, like a 7-8 man rotation. Part of me, I hope I'm wrong, but part of me feels like we're just playing these guys out there because we're out there in Paris. Let them get some time in front of the international crowd. Let the crowd see all the different players from the teams. You see, yeah, pretty much same thing with the Pacers. All but one of their players played, and all of our players all got some time in the game. So, I kind of think that was just because we were out in France, though. I feel like we're going to cut our rotations tighter again once we get back to the States, and then, unfortunately, continue to semi-tank. I think that's what we're doing. But, yeah, we got we got blown out and got our ass kicked by the Pacers. So all credit to the Pacers. Hopefully we'll come back and get a win this next game. I feel like our pattern is kind of get a win then lose 3 or 4, and get a win or two then lose 4 or 5. Because like I said, I think we're semi tanking. But please let me know what you think below. Please like and subscribe if you made it to the end of the video as well. And we'll see you guys again for the next one.